We live now. What's going on YouTube? Gonna have a debate today. Got One Flow on here for the first time. Make sure y'all check him out. One Flow TV, gaming content. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. How you, boss man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Did you see SmackDown last night?
I have not, man. I've been busy. Shit, catch me up on what happened.
Uh, Something. Well, it's official that CM Punk, Seth, and Roman Reigns gonna get the main event of night one, but that's not even the favor that CM Punk asked for. So I'm confused.
Shit. Honestly, if that's the case, I feel like he might try to insert himself into a title opportunity.
Probably that could be the case.
I could see that happening, honestly.
Dave, what's going on?
Hey, what's up,
going
Dave?
on, Ed? What up, bro? Nice to
What's
meet
up?
you.
What's
What's
up?
your
Nice to
name?
meet you. Oh, my name's Galat, but shit, my YouTube's called Wonderful, so nice to meet you, man.
Wonderful.
Nice to meet you.
All right, word. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, this your first time meeting each other. Dave, Wonderful, he do gaming content. Then Dave, he do wrestling content. So.
Let's go, man. Yeah, shit. I've been trying to get on some wrestling content too, man. Like, cause right now I'm gaming right now, but I'm trying to see how my crowd is like right now. So hopefully I make the switch and do both as well too. So yeah, I can't wait, man.
Yeah, sounds good, man. That you play the WWE 2K? You ever do the streams on that?
I need to do that because the last two. I'm gonna be honest with you, the last 2K I got was like 22. So I think it was 22. So I think I need to catch up on that. I need to catch up on it because I heard that's been fun right now. So I need to hurry up and get that real quick.
I feel that. I got my tribal chief sweater on for you,
Hey,
Ed.
we them
above.
ones. We them ones. We them ones. Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
ready
sir.
for you.
OTC.
Real talk.
It's Kenny Omega. We AEW over here.
I
respect it. You got the gold. I respect it.
Shit, I need to give me a belt too, man. Shit, something. How much was that?
But this was cheap. I got this for like $20 at Walmart.
Shit, I'm about to cop one then too, bruh. Fuck it.
Cause I'd much rather get these fake ones than get the real ones that cost $600.
Yeah, them real ones are expensive. I got one of them. I'm like, I got it like years ago. I'm like, it's mad money to justify, but they're nice. They're nice to collect. OG got like all the belts. Affy Kingdom.
Yeah. No, but we was talking about SmackDown before you came on with Punk, Roman, and Seth getting the main event. What do you think the favor is if it's not the main event?
That's a good question, Ed. I honestly thought that was gonna be the favorite because I knew they were gonna make that the main event, but I'm starting to think the favor is Paul Heyman gotta become CM Punk's manager maybe that night. I don't know about for good, but I could see the favor being like you're standing in my corner to kind of mess with Roman Reigns' head a little bit, but maybe. What y'all think?
I could see that, but at the same time, like Triple H said that like there's a lot of things that we can't predict now. So imagine that night, right? I mean, honest with you, I wouldn't mind him being Seth Rollins' right hand man. I'm keeping it a buck. I want to see how he rocks with Seth. I'm keeping it a buck.
I think that's how night one ends with Seth walking out with Paul Heyman. I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that happening. Man. I'm keeping it a buck. Look, we already see Paul Heyman with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Imagine Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman right there.
Yeah. I never thought of that, but I mean, I'd be open-minded to it, but I don't know.
It's just a favor. The favor I don't get because it has to be super direct. Like it's the favor to get Punk into a title match, or it's just a number one contenders match, the triple threat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're right.
The favor could maybe be maybe if CM Punk ends up winning, like, oh, good, this was a number one contenders match. You never know, and I got a shot down the line, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know what's
Bro,
going
that
on.
would cook
Salute,
up.
OG.
Yeah, it's
But
interesting. That
I'm
definitely threw
open.
me off.
I'm open on Heyman being with Seth. I wouldn't hate it, but part of me feels like Heyman would be best if he's gonna leave Roman at some point. I feel like he would be best served for like a younger guy, like
Like Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yeah. Like yeah, like a young. I feel like
I like that. I like that.
I feel like him going to someone who's already a star and established. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I feel like he would benefit a rising star more. But
How about Bronson Reed?
I don't
Ooh.
hate that either.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would
Yeah.
be
I
tough
know
right
he's
there.
from back.
Hey,
I like
I'm
Bronson
telling
Reed.
you.
He's still
I'm
out
telling
with
you,
the
man.
injury. Y'all know how long
He's still injured.
Y'all know when he's gonna
He's
be
still-
back? Or
I do not know. I'm surprised he's still out right now, too. I'm keeping it a bug.
Mania, maybe, but
I can see that happening.
But yeah, Braun Breaker I prefer, but it would be interesting to see what the dynamic between him and Seth would be if that happened.
No, but a Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman dynamic that would eat, bro. That would cook up right there.
Yeah,
I
like
like
it
that
makes
right there,
sense.
bro.
Yeah,
Think of it as a young Brock Lesnar too, man. That would cook up. That would cook up right there, man.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton because I'm still it's still not selling me because, and I hate when people do this in sports. Like you see it in March Madness with basketball. It's like the lower seeded team, they don't have nothing to lose. Yes, you do. You have a game to lose. Tiffany Stratton, you have a championship to lose. You have something to lose. Don't tell me you don't got nothing to lose.
That's a fact, though.
She has a lot to lose. A lot to lose, man. A lot to lose, man.
Like
Charlotte
be
buried
fine.
her. Yeah, Charlotte. She cooked her in that promo. I'm kidding about it. She cooked her, man.
Hard. I'm gonna be honest. Tiffany Stratton's disappointing me a little bit. Like like she hasn't been bringing it on the promos like since she's been on the main roster. But I thought she might bring it in this feud, but she's not bringing it on the microphone at all.
Yeah.
Maybe if she was a heel, because her stuff with Becky Lynch was so good. Like I don't know how it got worse from there. Like that was really good what she was doing.
I agree with that. I think you're right, Ed, but I think her comfort zone, she's so attached to the comfort zone of being a bad guy that she hasn't adapted pretty well to being
a face.
Yeah.
I get that, man. I get that. How about her promo with Nia? You think that was better than this promo right now?
It was a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? But you know, she's leaving a lot to be desired. Hey, Abby,
expectations for Tiffany Stratton. A lot of people did based off of NXT work. Because she, I don't understand how you can be that bad at promos.
She's like, I don't got nothing to lose. I'm the 25-year-old that rookie, and I am not gonna lose. Like she needs to really stop it.
Yeah, I get that, man. Because her ring work is good. It's just that she needs to work more on her mic skills. I'm gonna say that for sure, man. Like I feel like she needs to improve more on that.
I expect the match at WrestleMania to be a banger, though. I will say that. I expect it to be a high level match, but
I don't know. Not because of Tiffany Stratton, but Charlotte Need doesn't look good right now. Like I think Charlotte needs to wrestle up until that last week before Mania. I think Charlotte needs to be on TV wrestling consistently just so she can get that energy back and be prepared for WrestleMania.
She had a match with Meechin. With Meechin, her match with Meechin was good.
Yeah, that was a solid match, but I think she needs at least one or two more matches.
I get that.
What's up, Abby?
What's up, Abby?
Y'all try with
the feud?
You said what?
How about the feud with Braun Breaker and Penta that's about to happen, man? I can't wait for that shit, bruh. I cannot wait for that.
I
Man.
thought on Raw they had a hell of a match, but I knew it was gonna end in disqualification because
Yeah.
they didn't want nobody to get pinned. But
I hate that. Like,
yeah, I hate that too, Loki.
The only place where wins and losses matter is AEW because they actually show you the record. Like, wins and losses really shouldn't matter. Like, if Penta loses to Braun Breaker, what credibility does he lose? He's building up one of the top young stars.
He's been on a winning streak too, man. He's been like on a winning streak lately too. So
he would lose nothing by losing to Braun Breaker.
And he only lost one match.
And Braun Breaker would lose nothing to losing to him. But I hope they have some type of multi-man match with the IC title where Penta's involved.
I don't know. I think Finn Balor should win. If they do a fatal four-way, I think Finn Balor,
yeah.
I think Finn Balor should win the IC title, then have Dominic win Money in the Bank.
Catch it on him. Yeah,
Dominic cash in on Jey Uso. Imagine the type of heat he'll get.
Nah, that would be fire. But don't you think Judgment Day just is past due? They need to break up.
Yeah, they should, man. They've been getting it for like how long?
Like, don't get me wrong. They had a good run. Like, they made a star of Rhea Ripley, Dominic, and Damian. But I think since Damian and Rhea left, they should have just let it all go down. Like, I think they're stretching it.
Yeah, they need to end it. And then I don't know when JD McDonough gonna come back, but he gonna get lost in the shuffle when he do.
Real talk.
And he a good wrestler too.
He is, man.
Good hand, but I like the thought of Dominic being Mr. Money in the Bank. Though that could be very interesting.
How do you guys feel about the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud?
I think they've been built. The build up has been okay. I like the choke slam on the car last night, but the only reason why I dislike it a little bit is because it's like Damian Priest. I like him, but he's not on Drew's level right now. It feels like a step backwards for Drew, but I understand they needed a match to get Drew on the card, so I think it'll be a good match.
I was talking to somebody about this. I think it was in the Discord. This is like the main event of Fastlane. This isn't a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Priest, because he's a good wrestler. He deserves to be at WrestleMania, but this isn't the match that he should be in. Drew should be with Seth. He should be with Seth Rowan and Punk main event night one.
It should be a four-way.
Facts, man. Like,
that's a good point, Ed. It should be a four-way, yeah. Because he has history with all those guys. So.
And then the whole going after the bloodline thing, they really fun with that because they just didn't do anything with it. He's not gonna go after Roman, and he never approached Solo, or if he did, he didn't do much.
Right.
Which I wouldn't want to mess with Jakel 5-2 either. He was arrested for armed robbery. I stay away from him.
They have him lose to Jimmy too. Remember that? After that, I gave up on that, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I gave up on that. He lost to Jimmy, bruh. I love Jimmy. I love Big Jim, but like, come on, Drew should have won that too. He should have won that.
I agree with that.
He shouldn't have lost.
He losing to Jimmy, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Like, Jimmy good.
Yeah,
Jimmy good, but he's not on
like,
Drew.
Come on, dog.
Bro, I was at work when that happened, man. Like, I couldn't believe that. I had to rewind it to. I was like, yo, he actually lost to Jimmy, bro. Like, come on, they're doing Drew so wrong, bro. They're doing him so wrong. Man.
I remember that because me and Black Couch Booking, we did a stream. We were doing a SmackDown watch along, and I was like, there's no way Drew gonna lose this match. Then he lost it. I didn't know what to say.
I would even like it more. I mean, obviously it's too late to do it, but I think it would even be better if they did Drew versus Damian versus LA Knight for the US title rather than just the one-on-one. But I think that just would be more interesting. But
Priest on the Rollicky had his best match against Bad Bunny.
He had a really good match with Bad Bunny.
That was a good match right there, though.
But I think Damian Priest he's had other good matches.
That was a fun match. The Bad Bunny match.
Yeah, Bad Bunny won that match.
Nah, bro. That Bad Bunny guy T, that pop up, man, that was good, right? That was good right there.
Oh, come on, Jude, man. I knew you were gonna act up today.
Now, Jude, you always saying something crazy, and the fact that him and what Seal, the CM Punk, the fact that they the main event at what Bad Blood, that's insane.
Yeah, they had the best match and the best story of the
by
night.
far, the best build up right there.
They beat the hell out of each other, like.
No.
Even the Rock comeback still didn't mean nothing. Like, it didn't lead to anything because what did that have to do with John Cena now?
Yeah.
Put some respect on you, man. That is crazy. That's crazy work, bro. I'm trying to think. Do you guys think Becky Lynch is going to come back as a full timer or a part timer?
I think she'll be a full timer. I mean, I thought she would be back by now because I really like Ed's idea of Becky versus Lyra. I thought they would go that route, but I could see her maybe making a return at WrestleMania of some kind.
I'm be honest with you. I think Tiffany's going to retain. I love Charlotte, but I don't want Charlotte to win. I want Tiffany to retain this, man. Good buck. I could see her retaining this. Then I could see Becky Lynch just coming out of nowhere, for sure.
So Becky go after Tiffany.
I have to see that happen, man. I got to see that happen, man.
Okay.
Then have you guys heard about? I'm trying to remember her name. I think Saraya from AEW got released too.
Yeah.
So could you guys see her returning back to WWE?
I could see it. I've never loved her work, but I could see it. I could definitely see it.
I wouldn't get the point of her coming back. Like, she's not going to do nothing realistically. Like,
she didn't have the best AEW run, if I'm being honest. So I'm not that excited about her coming back, but she got some depth to the mid card.
Most definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
because the women's roster is already stacked right now too, as it is too. So she's gonna get lost in the shuffle too, anyways. So,
Drew, you said they saving Becky and Lyra. I feel like it'd be best at WrestleMania, but if it's Lyra and Bayley, I mean, cool. But what happened to Bayley and Roxanne? Like, they never had that one-on-one.
Yeah. They need that.
Roxanne should have been a number one contenders match on Raw to determine who faces Lyra at WrestleMania. That would have made it.
That alone, bro, just could have just called her up like automatically right there, bro. Because she's been killing there now too. Roxanne's been killing them, man, for sure. Is Naomi? I mean, honestly, though, I could see Naomi costing Bianca that title match for sure. I could see her costing that.
Do you think Naomi will cost her, or do you think secretly Bianca is on her side? That's what I think is the interesting part.
I mean, Jay did say she trusts Naomi more, anyways. Because I've been paying attention to what they've been tweeting. Definitely seems like Bianca did something, or at least she knew something. She just didn't do nothing about it. And that's why Jay mad at Bianca too.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we're getting closer. I don't know when it'll happen, but I think we're getting closer to a Bianca Bella heel turn. But it's gonna be interesting because if she turns heel, that will leave a big void for baby faces in the women's division.
My wise woman has arrived.
What's good?
What's up?
All right, I'm doing well. Everybody can hear me okay? Just to be sure?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not. Here we go. Wait a second. What? All right.
Yeah, them racist cities don't like Bianca. We feel you.
They were booing her like she was a heel, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. God dang, man.
Because the Street Profits wasn't getting booed like that.
Yeah, they were not. The way they would be booing Bianca, I was like, damn, like what'd she do, man? God.
She had to be crazy because she got louder boos than Naomi. And Naomi is a heel.
Yeah, that's crazy work, bro.
Oh no.
How y'all feeling about? The who you think's gonna win the triple threat? Roman, Seth, or Punk? Think
Um,
all guys have a valid chance.
I want Roman to win. I'm keeping it a buck.
Yeah, I want
I
Roman.
want Tribal Chief to win, man. I want Tribal Chief to win, man.
Yeah,
He has to. He has to win this, bro. He has to win this. I don't see him losing. I'm keeping it a buck.
I wouldn't mind Seth getting a win because I'd like to see him get a big win, but I'm with Roman.
I put $300 on Seth winning.
Okay.
Wow. I'm with Punk.
Punk, okay.
That's crazy. I'm with Punk because it's just the way that his year has been. I feel like that would be like a good win. I feel like Seth losing would add into the fuel of the fire of just him just crashing out even more. Roman could use the well, but the only thing is like where he goes from. That's my only question.
I feel that.
Hey, what's CM Punk real name? Phil Brooks. Yeah, fuck that nigga. He finally got his night for a main event that he been asking for.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
That's a fair point, Jude, but Seth has a shot. Come on.
Who is pinning Seth?
Jude.
Both of them, and Seth gonna stack him the same way Roman stacked Edge and Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I need that.
I'm calling this. Roman is pinning Seth. I'm saying that. Clip is too. Roman is pinning Seth. He is pinning Seth right there.
Seth needs to pin Punk because Roman Reigns definitely not taking a pin in this match.
So here, how do you guys feel about the Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu feud?
You know what? It's been a surprise. I'm entertained. It's been surprisingly entertaining. I think Braun Strowman's at his best when he's putting over other big men, and I think their brawls and their fights all over the place have been entertaining. It's really elevating Jacob Fatu as a dangerous wrestler. So I'm with it.
Braun, I think you had Braun. That number one contenders match is what last week. I don't think he should have been them two in that match because if Jacob Fatu gonna win the championship, they're gonna do it at WrestleMania to make it a big moment, and Braun Strowman not gonna win anyways. And I didn't really enjoy the match to be honest. Anyways, with Braun.
Who's on the match?
It was just LA Knight and Braun Strowman. It was a one-on-one match. Then Fatu he interfered, which made sense. Fatu and Strowman, they've been telling a good story, but I don't think LA Knight needs to be involved in it right now.
So who do you think LA Knight should be defending the U.S. title against then?
How about Carmelo or Andrade?
Carmelo. But they got him teaming with the Miz for whatever reason.
Carmelo, I mean Carmelo, LA Knight, just a one-on-one. I don't know if that feels WrestleMania worthy, but I think it would be a good match for sure.
But are they gonna do? Is Fatu gonna win the U.S. title, or are they gonna do Fatu and Solo in a match?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
I like that.
They could do something unpredictable and maybe I don't know, put Fatu and Solo against LA Knight to see, how they stick together, if they could stick together. I mean, maybe that, and then they break up, but.
I like that. So how y'all feel about them pulling the plug and just making Austin Theory a babyface? How do you guys feel about that?
I think they should have done that a long time ago. It's time for a new direction. Yeah,
man. Because he can't. Come on, my boy can't be a jobber, bro.
Yeah,
he can't be a jobber, man. God, bro, he lost to Jey Uso within 5 seconds, man. That got me. That got me mad right there, bro. That got me mad.
They said apparently it was
Yeah.
because John Cena's segment went overtime. Y'all had 20 other minutes to use in the show.
They need to hurt and pull the plug, man. We need babyface theory right here. We need babyface theory.
They could have done it. We did.
Oh,
She looked like she getting technical difficulties. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll do it there.
But I still believe in Austin Theory's future, but they are just not booking him correctly. Vince McMahon actually was
He booked
booking
him
him
better. Yeah.
way better. If Vince McMahon was still booking, he would have been Austin Theory would have been like a 2-time world champion by now.
Hey,
At least.
you hilarious. He said this nigga Austin Theory must have been sneaking in the women's locker room bathroom.
Yeah, he must have pissed somebody off.
I will say this: as much as we talk about Vince as a person, like he's the greatest booker of all time. And what he was doing with Austin Theory, like he didn't do a lot of good stuff in the 2020s, but the stuff with Austin Theory was amazing. Like his push, like they talk about young stars not getting pushed. Vince was definitely capable of doing that. He was doing it with Theory.
Finn too. Hey, Finn Balor too right now.
Yeah.
Back then, Finn Balor too for sure. But right now he's a jobber right now. I'm
really hurt him.
Like, bruh.
That if Finn Balor what Victor Oladipo was.
I could see that. He sadly,
No, like, I'm not even
it's the
joking.
truth.
Like,
It's the truth. Sadly, it's the truth, bro. It's the truth.
Injuries derail both of their careers so much. And I feel like Victor Oladipo could still hoop on a few NBA teams, especially the Wizards.
I just think Finn,
Pistons, fuck it. Wizards, Pistons, anything.
I think Finn Balor not having the demon is really hurting him. He needs to have it. And
He lost the edge at WrestleMania as the demon.
Nah, I feel you. That shouldn't have happened. He needs the demon. That was
should have beat
a key part of him. He should have. He definitely should have. And I think his lack of promo ability hurts him since he doesn't have the demon. If he brought the demon back, I think he might be all right.
But I knew the demon was kind of cooked once the way he lost to Roman when the ring broke. Like
that was pointless too. That was so pointless too, man. I was like, you know what? Y'all got it right there, bro. When that happened, I was like, nah, bro.
And I think Finn, he could have beat Seth at one, because Seth had it for like what 6 months at that point, the world heavyweight title when they did that match. I think that would have been a perfect time for Finn to win the world title again.
Yeah, imagine this: Finn wins the IC title. Dom cashes in, right? So Finn turns babyface. He brings back the demon. Imagine that right there.
That'll be fire. That will really be fire, though. That might be the path to doing it.
Shit, sooner or later, bro. Sooner or later, we need Finn back. We need Finn back, bro. Come on, man.
So he gonna be in TNA soon, just like Nick Nemeth.
Oh no, bro, nah.
Finn he's gonna be in TNA. I mean, Nick Nemeth was starring TNA. He put them back on the map, though.
Shit, wasn't that him and Joe Hendry, huh? Him and Joe Hendry?
Yeah.
I like Joe Hendry, bro. I like him. Hey, she's back. Yeah. All right.
Hey, yo, Jude, is that you in the picture that's holding that skull?
He was an aura farmer right there too, man. He was an aura farmer. That was looking down.
I think Jimmy Uso getting squashed on Monday. He's gonna be in the ICU.
He should, after he slapped the shit out of Gunther, I would put him in ICU too.
They gonna do it Jay at his best when he sees his brother getting beat down.
Yeah.
But it helps with the build up too. Because like look, Gunther goes after Jimmy. After that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that helps with the build up so much more, bro. Because I felt like the feud between them was like was iffy. But bringing Jimmy into this is going to benefit a lot too. I can see that.
I honestly feel like they should have had Jimmy involved a lot from the get-go.
Yeah, from the beginning, yeah.
Because ever since they got him involved, all of a sudden I'm more interested. I think Jimmy should be like Jey Uso's manager. You know, I know they're doing their own thing, but I think it would help to have his brother a part of it.
When is Cena gonna jump R-Truth, bro?
Yo, stop trying to waste my man's time. All right, we about to take the 17th. We about to smack Cody Rhodes up a couple times, and that's that.
We don't
doesn't deserve
heel
that.
truth. Truth turns heel.
Unless if R-Truth turns heel, then John Cena he beat Cody. Then him and R-Truth go after the tag titles. I'll be cool with it, but I don't want to see them have any type of interaction aside from that.
No, unless John Cena is beating up on R-Truth for heat purposes, I'll like that to be more of a heel.
Make him the tag champs. Why not?
I can see that.
I can see both. I wouldn't be bad on either one.
How do you guys feel about Andrade?
Very, very good in the ring. Very
That
lost in the shuffle. Yeah, New Japan fit his style.
That brother would be perfect for New Japan.
Yeah,
You would.
Stuff with after they fumbled him and Melo's a 7-game series and just had LA Knight interrupt the match as a babyface, mind you. They just kind of fumbled it right there. He should just go to New Japan.
Honestly, man.
And then he came back because of Charlotte and not a divorce.
that is funny though.
Yeah, it's time for him to pack it up.
Yo, guys! Imagine if Tiffany brought that up too. Imagine if she brought that up during the promo.
She
on God, bro. If she would have used that, I would have said, "Okay, you got it right there. You got it right there."
Now she gonna face
I want to say that.
It's gonna be some serious consequences, but why not? Take the risk.
Hey, fuck it. We need to crash out Tiffany. She has to say something about that, bro. She has to. Wow. But yeah, I feel like Andrade needs a change of scenery too, for sure.
Or maybe the best he could hope for is maybe throw Zelina back with him. But even that, I think, has a very limited ceiling.
Oh man, Zelina Vega came out to no pop. Almost.
Zelina, the crowd was silent with her ass. Yo, she ran down like
she ran to the
like it was important. Like, it was crickets.
Nigga, you could
have did it so bad, bro. They did it so bad. Her theme.
Hey, dead ass, you could have convinced niggas that was a golf game.
Yeah,
golf game was
crazy, wide it was. It's like
it was mad silent.
Nah, bro, they did her dirty, bro. They did her so dirty.
I'm sorry, she's not that good. I want to like her, but she's not.
She's solid, but I think she would fit well with NXT. But she better.
Yeah.
I mean, as a manager, I will say that because she can talk.
She has good mic work. Yeah, but I don't know.
She's not believable in the ring. Like you notice how she had to run in there and do the little spinning tilt-a-whirl DDT. It's like all she does is tilt-a-whirl DDTs and knees in the corner. Like she can't believably do moves and slam people and do shit. Like
her match with Rhea Ripley was good though. I like that match.
It was solid. It was solid. I'll say that. But
Drew
she's not.
Y'all, Tiffany, what you gonna do?
She did it.
But yeah, Zelina should go to NXT. But I'm gonna say this: I like that match with Ivy Nile and Rhea Ripley more though. That match that they had was better. It was way better.
I think Rhea Ripley works well with smaller people, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm gonna say crash out Tiffany. It's crazy, bro. You guys think?
feel like-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say like I feel like I'm seeing them somewhat put in effort with the United States title, but the women's U.S. title, but it's like respectfully like going from Kin to Zelina Vega was a downgrade in contenders. Like they need to pick a better contender than Zelina, I think.
So, who do you say should win the U.S. title for the women's division?
From Chelsea, I don't think they've built up somebody that's ready to take it yet.
Naomi.
Naomi, she could be good.
I would love Naomi to be reaching for the world title eventually, you know. So
yeah,
that's the only reason I don't say Naomi. But they need to build up a baby face that could beat Chelsea eventually. I think Chelsea's good with it for now.
What if they let Jade do it?
I'd like that. I'd like
that'd
Jade.
be good.
And then maybe her and Naomi could go at it like that, like for the U.S. title.
Actually, all 6 of those women that was in that segment last night with Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, nobody got a pop except for Chelsea Green. Everybody was no pop except for Chelsea Green.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Shit, it's Chelsea Green, man. Shit.
Because they don't utilize their actual tag teams to build up the division. Because Kaden Carter and Katana Chance are nice, but they haven't wrestled in ages.
I honestly think Kaden Carter and Katana Chance are the best real tag team in the division. Like their chemistry's on point.
You said probably Piper Niven. They're probably gonna do that. She probably gonna be there at WrestleMania.
What, Piper Niven turning babyface?
I like that. I like that. That'd be good. Oh man.
Piper Niven is not bad, but I don't know. Something's
How about Roxanne?
She gotta build up some credibility on the main roster.
They'll probably have her beat Lyra for the IC title. Because they could run back.
I could see that maybe.
They'll probably run back some NXT stuff once she get called up.
I can see that.
It's still not official. I don't really know what they're doing with Roxanne Perez, because there's no payoff for her and Cora Jade getting into it. There's no payoff to her and Bayley having a feud. So I don't really know what they're doing. Then I'm pretty sure she lost to Jordan Grace already. So what's next?
Man, Jordan Grace would fit really well on the main roster, I think. But I know she's new to the system, so I don't mind her in NXT.
She would have been perfect for SmackDown, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She would, bro.
Said the same thing, Drew. That's probably what Lyra alluded to, Roxanne. But I don't.
Nope. Yo, I don't mean to mess with your goat, Ed. I like Lyra, but she's kind of slacking on the promos too, man.
No,
like,
but look,
why can't she cut a good promo?
I was gonna say, I don't think if that happens, I don't think she's ready for the main event yet. I think she needs to keep that title a bit longer because I think, and I don't get why they do this. Like you say that Raw is a 3-hour show, but you only use 2.5. Like the YouTube segments are okay. They definitely need some work, but that's the problem. Like, why do I consistently have to see her segments on YouTube? Why are you not showcasing your champion on TV? But that's a problem with a 3-hour show.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, I would love her to like explain like her character and her motivations more on the microphone.
Like she's good in ring, but her promos they definitely need to improve.
Yeah, like all we know is she flaps her wings and the crowd goes woo woo. Like,
but I don't think they really giving her anybody to really go. Like if they gave her a Becky Lynch, I think, and that's because she already did it with Becky Lynch. Like she looked really good in that segment. Or he went with a Bayley if it wasn't just its power of friendship thing, because Bayley is a good heel, but I don't think they're gonna turn her right now. But a heel Bayley against Lyra, that'll probably make for a good segment.
That would feed families right there. That'd be good, man.
You said JC Jane and Wesley need to get caught up. They've been in NXT too long. And JC Jane has been there for a minute. But I don't know. The thing
I
is,
don't know about Wesley. I don't know.
the problem is some of these people get lost in the shuffle. That's why I'm not as behind everybody getting caught up. Like it really just depends on who it is. Because for Wesley, ever since he cut his dreads, he lost his aura. So
He really did.
now,
He
now
got slapped
Wesley
up by
is
Trick
good though.
too, by Trick Willie. Nah, bro. He got slapped up, man.
Wesley, I think, can get lost in the shuffle because I don't think there's anything you can do with him like right now. Because if Carmelo Hayes, like he essentially would just be doing what Carmelo Hayes is doing. Like he gonna have some good matches. He'll have some decent promos, but they're not gonna really do anything with him. That's why it's like we can't. We want to call all these guys up since they've been in NXT so long. But if it's no plan for them, don't call them up. That's why I think they keep the Trick in NXT. Even though I know how to perfectly book Trick Williams. Just have him and Carmelo be the tag team champions on SmackDown. Because Trick Williams, he now understands why Carmelo crashed out when he was the champion. And now they can play into that with Trick Williams crashing out now. So call him up, have him team with Melo, and then you can have the Miz mentor them. Like they don't have to be a trio, but you can have the Miz as a mentor for both of them.
That'd be perfect, honestly. I think Trick and Melo have great chemistry, and seeing that on the main roster, can you imagine them two versus the Street Profits? I could see them killing it.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough, man.
See, that'd be a fun match.
Yeah,
that'd definitely be like a SummerSlam type of match.
That's a big match. Yeah.
Who do you guys have dethroning the Street Profits to?
I think I don't even want to. I think the Street Profits should hold this for a while.
I think the Street Profits keep it to around October, November, like War Game.
Yeah. I think they earned a long run, and we'll see who could be built up to beat them. But I don't see any team currently on the SmackDown roster that has earned it.
I do like Los Garces. Like they're getting better each week.
They're getting better.
They are, but I don't know.
Yeah, but not
right now.
Drew said they could do a obsessed fan gimmick with Lyra and Bailey. Lyra met Bailey when she was a teen, or they could go after the tag titles at Mania, have Bailey turn after losing.
But then that's another women's division thrown together team that isn't a real team. Like we need teams that come in as a team and stay as a team for a while. I'm sick of the women's division just throwing together two people that need something to do.
They aren't cohesive.
What do you have in common? Like other than the fact that y'all are both baby faces. Like I need real teams. That's why I ain't mad. This is controversial. I ain't mad if the Bella Twins come back. At least it's a real team for the tag division.
I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I don't like the Bella Twins, but if they did some stuff for the tag division, I wouldn't be mad at it.
It's good for tag team.
Yeah, like you have to build up the tag team division somehow, which is why the Meta Girl should have won the tag titles.
I agree.
Just like Liv is great, Raquel, but them having the tag titles is kind of pointless.
They're not doing nothing with it. And I feel like they only gave them the titles because they want to keep Liv relevant. And Raquel's another one. She's worse than Zelina Vega. It's crickets when she comes out. Bro.
Yeah, she has no pop up.
She could not get a reaction for her life. She's just big and tall.
I think Liv is actually decent. Like Liv, she's been improving.
Liv is good.
She's you said we need OTM to come up and drop the Street Profits. I ain't seen OTM in a minute. I don't know where them brothers been at. So I don't know if a team that ain't been on NXT in a while can just
Could y'all see the Hardy Boys crossing over, face the Street Profits? That might be lit.
That match would hit. That match would hit, man. I could see that happening for sure. I'd like that a lot.
They showing not defending those titles. The Fiend and JD never defended those titles.
How about I'm trying to remember their name? Shayna Baszler and what's the other girl's name?
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Bro,
Where have they been?
They're kind of bumming it.
Yeah, where have they been? I haven't seen them in a fat minute, bro. Oh my gosh! Like they need at least do something with them, bro. At least utilize them or something. I haven't seen them in a long time, man.
Hey yo, who y'all think would make the good first opponent if Cena wins the world title? Wonderful. What you think?
A good first opponent.
First opponent if he wins that 17.
I'll be honest with you. I want CM Punk. I want to see, or Randy or
Yeah,
CM Punk.
yeah. I would want CM Punk. Yeah.
Imagine this. Imagine this. Shit. I want those two. Imagine look, a heel John Cena, a babyface Randy Orton. Hey,
Yeah, we never
I like
seen that
that. I like
before.
that.
Yeah.
So
The
I
dynamic
wouldn't
would
mind
be
that.
so interesting.
Roman Reigns.
Roman
Face,
Reigns would kind of be lit. Yeah.
face Roman against heel Cena.
That would be big. That would be big, though.
Shit. How about Drew and Cena? Can you guys see that too, or not
That's
right
with
now?
both heels.
I feel like Drew has to win. And I don't want Cena to lose his first defense. Like Drew needs to be a WWE champion by the end of this year.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Wouldn't Drew make a good if Jey Uso wins the world title? Wouldn't Drew make a good candidate to beat him?
For him, yes,
Either,
yes.
either Drew or Braun Breaker. I think those two would make the most sense to beat Jay.
Yeah, Drew's long overdue for like a real run in front of the audience. It is crazy to think like what are the odds of a worldwide pandemic happening and he never really got his time in front of the audience fully. I mean, he won it and got cashed in on, but
Nah, that got me mad, bro. He only had it for like 5 minutes too, man.
yeah,
That got me so mad, bro. I was happy for Priest, but that got me so mad, bro. Like, come
I
on,
feel
man.
you.
Like, come on, man. Like Drew deserved, like he deserved everything
Deserves
to
a
win, bro.
real
He deserved
run.
that. Literally, a real run, man. Like, come on, man. But I wouldn't be mad at that, at him being Jay. I wouldn't be mad at that at all, man.
Hey, this what we're gonna do. Jakel said her connection wasn't good. And then I don't know when the money gonna come through, but we can start the debate now. If y'all cool
We
with
can
that.
start this.
I
Yeah,
bet.
let's
Let's
get
get
it.
it. Let's get it.
All right, so we finna start the debate. I'm debating for Kenny Omega. Dave's gonna be debating for Roman Reigns. Wonderful. He gonna be keeping up with time, letting us know when time is up, stuff like that. And Dave, you can go first since you're the guest on my channel.
Oh man, what a gentleman! All right, do I need a signal when time starts, or should I? Just
I got
go?
you. I'll put a timer on.
All right, let me know when it's ready.
It's all good now.
All right, man. Everybody in the chat, let me educate y'all. Roman Reigns is legitimately one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and I respect Kenny Omega, but I think there's no comparison to Roman Reigns. First of all, let's start about when I'm thinking about great wrestlers, I'm not thinking about just in ring ability. I'm thinking about promos. I'm thinking about memorable moments. And more importantly, I'm thinking about presence, aura, and if they make them feel a way. Roman Reigns makes audiences around the world feel a type of way. When he pops up, everybody's emotionally invested, whether you hate on him or whether you love him. And the most important thing about wrestling is do you make people feel? And Roman Reigns, even when he was the big dog and wasn't that consistent, makes people feel. On top of that, we're in the booming. I knew somebody in the chat was gonna say suffering succotash. You're like, that's all y'all think about. Man, how about 1,316 days? Let's be fair, man. None of us in our lifetimes thought we would see someone hold the world title that long. And it's not just that had that record, it's that he told great stories almost the whole entire time. That is one of the hardest things to do in this era of short attention spans, and the internet is always looking for a new flavor of the month. We never thought someone would hit 1,000+ days, and he did it, and he did it while putting on good TV. Ticket sales were up, everything's up, merchandise sales are up. he was one of the leaders in merchandise sales for most of those times. It's Roman Reigns, man. He's the big dog. And I'm gonna end my opening argument with this. I know my opponent Ed loves Jey Uso. He wants him to win the world heavyweight title. And I respect Jey Uso. He has earned he has earned his time in the sun. But let's be fair, man. There's a term in wrestling called the rub. That's when you're associated with somebody and you get elevated from the rub of being associated with them. If it wasn't for Roman Reigns and all the hard work he did to bring his family up, to give Jey Uso the rub, to give Solo the rub, they would not be relevant. Roman Reigns is a big reason. He's not the only reason. I'm not gonna hate on Jay, but he's a big reason why main event Jey Uso is facing Gunther in the first place. So you want to talk about greatness? Not only does he make himself great, he's elevated his entire family up a level that Jey Uso's even being taken seriously to on some level. So I'm gonna hold it there. Without Roman Reigns, there would be no Jey Uso singles push.
Okay, okay.
All right, we had 40 minutes to spare, 4 seconds.
Let
spare.
me see some D. Let me see some D's in the chat. But that's when you know you on my side. Put some D's up.
What? Nah, but you do got a valid point. But even if Jay didn't get the singles push, him and Jimmy would still be considered one of the greatest tag teams ever. Not to take away from what Roman's doing, like I agree with that, what you said. But Solo, oh boy, that's a different story. I don't know if he'll be where he at now. But for my opening argument, I will say this: one of the most important things for me when it comes to wrestling is longevity, and not just how long you did it, but how good you were when you were doing it. Because Goldberg wrestled for a long time, but he's not a top 10 wrestler all the time because of that. And I think Kenny Omega, he has the longevity argument over Roman. And he's been wrestling since 2000, wrestling around the world, putting on good matches, constantly improving. And then they're similar in a few ways because they both hit their strides when they were older. Like when Roman Reigns hit his stride, it was the Tribal Chief era. Then Kenny Omega, he started making his name for himself in around 2008. But I think Kenny has the better longevity. He's been doing it for a longer and more consistent time. Like the big dog, that's still a stain on Roman's career. Not to take away from what he did with the Shield, because that's one of the best debuts in not just WWE history, but wrestling in general. And the stuff with the Tribal Chief is great, but I also have to take that into consideration when I'm looking at the longevity aspect, because that wasn't a good era for Roman Reigns. It wasn't terrible, but I don't think Kenny Omega's had an era that bad as what Roman Reigns had with the big dog. And then when it just comes to pure in-ring talent, bell-to-bell wrestling, Kenny Omega is a better wrestler. And Roman Reigns is good too, but Kenny Omega, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world when it comes to bell-to-bell talent. So that's my opening argument for Kenny Omega.
All right, you make some fair points there. I respect the longevity point. Let me know when the time's on me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Kenny Omega is very badass in the ring. Like, I'm not gonna take it away from him. Like, his knee strikes always look great. They always look vicious. His slams always look clean and crisp. But it stops from there. I have never heard anybody say, "You heard that Kenny Omega promo? That was fire." I have never seen a Kenny Omega promo that made me feel a type of way, that made me want to buy a ticket or change the channel instantly to see what he does next. Everything Roman Reigns does or says holds weight. And even his biggest critics, they don't like to admit it, but they care about what Roman Reigns got to say or do next. Back to the point of the big dog run, it wasn't the greatest run. We all know that. But I think we like to have revisionist history. It wasn't perfect, but there was a lot of good in that big dog run. You know, his match with Brock Lesnar, You know, when Roman Reigns was Intercontinental Champion, he had a good feud with The Miz, who's one of the greatest IC champions of all time. You know, him and Braun Strowman, he elevated Braun Strowman and made Braun Strowman his most relevant. Y'all know how hard that is to do because Braun Strowman sucks. He made Braun Strowman relevant, for God's sakes. He pulled great matches out of Braun Strowman. That's when you know you got star power. And you know, I find it funny, man. Roman Reigns is a victim of so many things, man. Like, he was a victim of Vince trying to force him to be a cookie cutter, smiling, kiss the baby's baby face. That's not Roman's personality. And everybody loves to hate on Roman Reigns, but if we're being honest, before Daniel Bryan, before the company forced him to win the Royal Rumble over Daniel Bryan, everybody was rocking with Roman Reigns. Everybody wanted him to break out the Shield and be a big deal. In fact, I believe it was 2014, the Royal Rumble when Batista came back and won it. The final two was Roman Reigns and Batista, and the crowd really wanted Roman. If you really go back, Roman was very popular early in his career. It wasn't until he got the win over Daniel Bryan and they shoved him down our throats that everybody soured a little bit. That's not his fault. They put him in that position. And I'll also end with this. Has Kenny Omega ever been the best even in his own company? Has he even ever been top 5 in AEW? I think the only time Kenny Omega's been top 5 is in New Japan, where he's a big fish in a small pond. If we're looking at it, MJF is better and more relevant. Hangman Adam Page, you could argue, is better and more relevant. Swerve has been better and more relevant. Darby Allin has done more for AEW. I could even keep going. Well, right now, Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate, I love everything they're doing for AEW. They're harder. So I don't think Kenny Omega's ever even been top 3 or 5 in AEW, and he helped build that company. I'll stop there.
Okay.
All right. It's time for my rebuttal, right?
Yeah.
All right. Kenny Omega has definitely been top 5, and he's been top 3 in both companies. In 2017, 2018, he was the best guy in New Japan, and that's a fact. His matches, the trilogy he had with Okada, in their final match, it was the best 2 out of 3 falls match, one of the greatest matches in wrestling history. And Roman Reigns has that too against Cody Rhodes at 39. But I think Kenny Omega, his match catalog is insane, and he definitely had some bangers in New Japan. In 2021, he was definitely the top guy in AEW when he was the double champion. When he won the AEW and TNA world title, beat Rich Swann, and what was a hell of a match. Like, Kenny Omega was definitely that guy in 2021. Like, even if we want to talk now, he's still one of those top guys. He's elevated other stars as well. He's elevated Will Ospreay to what he is now. He's elevated Okada. Like, if that feud with Okada doesn't happen, is Okada really what he is now? Like, people would still know Kenny Omega. Like, the same way you say Roman, he helped build up Jade to make him a single star. Like, Okada probably isn't the same guy that we knew him for being in Japan. Takeshita, that match they had was amazing, and he really helped put him on the map. The match, like I said, the match he had against Will Ospreay, Will Ospreay would have been established anyways, but that match was phenomenal, and they had a phenomenal feud. So Kenny Omega is definitely capable of elevating other stars, and he's definitely been the top guy in multiple companies. Even his time in AAA in Mexico, he was one of the top stars there. So he's been doing this around the world for 20 years, and him, the Young Bucks, Hangman, they had the opportunity to go to WWE, and they declined it because they saw a vision in going to AEW, and which they all thrived in because they're all still going strong. They've been there since the beginning, and they've all made names for themselves being in AEW. And then Kenny Omega, he's a good promo. Like, I've seen Kenny Omega cut good promos against Will Ospreay, against Takeshita. Since he came back, his promos have gotten better since he came back from his injury, which could have been a career-ending injury. And since he's came back, he's looked better. His first match back was against Gabe Kidd in New Japan, and that match was phenomenal to start off this year. So Kenny Omega, he's definitely has good promos. Definitely, one thing that Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega is similar is they both had managers in their careers. Roman Reigns, when he elevated the most, he had Paul Heyman. when Kenny Omega elevated his promos the most, he had Don Callis. And even when after he got rid of Don Callis, his promos got better after that. So like I said, Kenny Omega, he's better than Roman Reigns. Just because he isn't the top dog right now, he's still a champion. He's still putting on good matches. And it's the reason why he's starting shows. Niggas out here playing. But I will say this to address this comment. This is not part of the debate, but I don't think that's necessarily true. Like a lot of top guys need the managers to help them get to where they were at. I can't just like Roman Reigns is going to be away from Paul. He's cut good promos without Paul Heyman, so it's not fair to say that we have Paul Heyman. That's what he is now.
Yeah, I agree with that, big. Am I up?
He has 2 more minutes to spare.
I'm gonna look at some of the comments now and said, think the big dog ain't that bad for Roman, and overall tribal chief is better. I will say this about the big dog Roman Reigns. He got a good match out of the Big Show, which is actually that's hard to do in 2015. So I will give him his credit for that.
And Braun Strowman, yeah.
Yeah, Braun Strowman, like you said.
Time.
All right. So who is it? Is it on me now to make my main points?
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
All right. I'm going to get into it now. First off, I think both Roman and Kenny Omega are great heels, but I think Kenny Omega has done better work as a babyface than Roman Reigns has. Because we've seen him as the big dog, and that was a decent run. Like, I'm not going to say it was a terrible run. Like, the Suffer and Succotash thing, that's old. Nobody really cares about that. I'm not going to use that in my debate, because every wrestler stumbles on their promos and had their bad moments, and it's not like Roman is some terrible promo. But I think him as a babyface isn't really working now, because he's still the tribal chief character. He's getting the reactions, he's getting the pop. But I think him as a babyface isn't working because it's really the same thing. Like, he never apologized to Sammy or Jey Uso. Like, he's still the tribal chief, and he still thinks so highly of himself. And I think it's improving. Like, week to week, it is getting better now because you have him feuding with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So it makes sense that he's a babyface in this. But I think Kenny Omega's had a better babyface run since coming back. And you've seen Kenny Omega be a face and heel. You've seen both of these guys be faces and heels. But I think Kenny Omega's been better in it than Roman Reigns has been. And you have to be consistent with both. And Roman Reigns still has time. He's the same age as the Usos, 39, 40, around there. So he still has time. But I don't think Roman Reigns is a great babyface right now. I think he still needs to improve as like being a babyface with this tribal chief character. Because it feels like a watered down version of the tribal chief. And Roman Reigns is better as a heel, in my opinion. It doesn't make him a bad, but I don't think he's on the same level as Kenny when it comes to being a babyface. And then, as I was talking about earlier, with Kenny Omega being a better in-ring talent, I think Kenny Omega has 4 matches better than Roman Reigns and Cody at WrestleMania 39. Kenny Omega versus Okada 3 in 2018. That match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, that was a better match. Kenny Omega Rich Swann TNA Rebellion 2021. That was a better match. Kenny Omega versus Takeshita that took place earlier this year at Revolution. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay Forbidden Door 2023. Like, these are all phenomenal matches that Kenny Omega had, and these are all some of the top matches of all time. Along with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, which I think that's their best match. It was better than the 40 match. But I think those 4 Kenny Omega matches that I named are all better than Roman Reigns' best match. He's a better pure in-ring talent. I think he's a better promo than Roman, and you don't want to say better. They're at least on the same tier. Like, it's not like either one of the other can really gap the other. Like, if they were to have a promo battle, they could definitely both hang with each other. But I'm more likely to take Kenny Omega in a promo battle. And like I said, and Kenny Omega, he definitely draws. He definitely sells. He was definitely selling out arenas in New Japan. He's definitely sold out arenas in AEW. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as WWE because they're the biggest company of all time. That's just the fact of the matter. But Kenny Omega, he's definitely helped. Like, he really helped put New Japan on the map. Like obviously AJ and Shinsuke Nakamura in 2016, the stuff that they did was really good. Like to end 2015, going into 2016, but then after AJ left and went to WWE, there was a slight decline, and then in 2018 it picked up because of the feuds and matches that Kenny Omega was having in AEW. So he's definitely able to elevate a company. And what the Kenny Omega's New Japan stuff was irrelevant. It's not, because we're talking about all of wrestling here. We're talking about who's better all the time. So we really have to think about like the and Kenny Omega. He's still around the world in different companies, and I think that's impressive to do that because to compare it to basketball, if we praise LeBron because he went to different teams and he won multiple Finals MVPs for different teams, we have to praise Kenny Omega too for being a phenomenal wrestler in different companies, going to AAA, going to New Japan, going to AEW, and he could have been a WWE guy, and he was in their developmental system in 2006, but he never had an actual WWE run. So he's probably the greatest wrestler ever to never have a run in WWE. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay,
Okay, good arguments.
that's good. Now it's Team One's rebuttal.
All right. We good to go?
Yes, sir.
My rebuttal is you make a lot of good points. I do think Kenny Omega, if you're thinking about listen, like we all understand objectively WWE is the biggest company, got the most eyeballs, got the biggest global reach, have created the most compelling stars. This is just is what it is. But I respect what he did in New Japan. New Japan, a lot of American wrestlers go over there. New Japan's no slouch. Even Brock Lesnar did a little run over there. Kurt Angle did a little run over there. So Vader back in the day did a run over
Yeah,
there.
and
So a
to
lot of
interrupt you real
so
quick, you remember TJ Perkins? He over there
yeah,
now. He over in New Japan.
yeah. So a lot of Americans go over there and they got like a very like hard hitting style. So it ain't easy to thrive over there. So I respect what he did over there. But but the flip side to that is what you do over there doesn't have the global impact of what Roman Reigns does in the WWE. It just is what it is. We and even me to some degree, do I think the bloodline story to some level had some points where it dragged out a lot? Yes, but objectively, this is a top five best long-term story ever told in wrestling. It is up there with the NWO. It may be even better. It is up there with the D Generation X. It is up there with any story, Austin versus McMahon. It doesn't matter where you place it. It is a top 5 to 10 story ever told. Fans for years have said they want long-term stories told, and the bloodline has told a lot of long-term stories and have elevated a lot of wrestlers in the process, and Roman Reigns is at the core of it. Now, I think Kenny Omega would have more of an argument if he was carrying AEW right now. Like if Kenny was carrying AEW right now, I would put more weight into that than what he did in New Japan. But and I know he just came back from an injury not too long ago, but it's been a while since he's done something truly captivating at the top of AEW's card. And I think that's a stain on his run in AEW because let's be honest, he's supposed to be one of their real true go-to guys at the top, but he hasn't done anything that captivating in the main event in a while. And promo wise, I think I'll say this: I do think he's a better baby face than he is a heel. I like him as a baby face, but promo wise and ring wise, I think I think people get twisted doing more in the ring, doing being more smoother, being more technically sound and flashier versus better. Is he more flashier and does he probably have a bigger bag of moves and does he make it look better? Absolutely. But I don't think that makes him better in the ring. I think Roman Reigns is very underappreciated in the ring. He does all the little things, the facial expressions at the right time, the body language, the selling of a move. When Roman Reigns gets hits with a finisher, he looked like he got shot out of a cannon. He knows how to make a move really look impactful. I think he does all the little nuances of storytelling that you just can't teach. Like his psychology is off the charts and his storytelling's off the charts. I think that gets heavily overlooked when we're talking about ring work. But I will say Kenny Omega got a bigger bag and he just makes it look good. But I don't think that makes him better. If you think about all the memorable historic matches Roman Reigns has had against Cody 2 years in a row, against John Cena at SummerSlam in 2021, hell, against guys like Triple H even and Seth Rollins, he has faced too many legendary figures on big stages for him to be denied in the ring. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, okay. I will say this with the same way you mentioned Roman, like him winning the IC title and that being a good part of the big dog thing, that's important because you can't be in the main event scene all the time. So him Kenny Omega coming back and winning the international championship and putting some more importance behind that title really helps AEW build up that title and that title scene. And now he's gonna have a triple threat with Ricochet and Speedball, Mike Bailey, and this and that the promo he just cut against Speedball, that was really good. That's why I think, like, even though he's not at the direct top right now in the main event scene, I think it's still good to build up the mid card because that's also what Roman Reigns did. Like, even though the big dog, like I said, it was a decent era, but the IC title reign, that was a good reign. The stuff with the Miz, I can't deny that. But and this is my closing, I think, so I'm gonna wrap it up soon. But I think it's just they're both good in ring talents, but I do think Kenny Omega is the better wrestler. I do like, and then Kenny Omega, he works great as a heel and as a babyface. We still have to see more of Roman Reigns as a babyface, in my opinion. I don't think we've seen enough of him as a babyface. And I think and Kenny Omega being able to dominate around the world, go to AAA, go to New Japan, go to AEW, go to multiple other companies, win trios titles, win world titles, be in the mid card scene and elevate other stars. Like him being able to elevate Kota Ibushi in 2012, like that's something that's a really underrated part of his career that doesn't get talked about. Him with the Young Bucks and them being trios champions, that doesn't get talked about as much. I mean, he gets talked. So uh, I'm gonna close it with the best bout machine is better than the tribal chief.
Okay. Yeah. You ready?
All right, let's do it. All right, you're saying Kenny Omega's a better babyface, which I don't blame you for saying that, but I don't even think we're a full year in of Roman Reigns' babyface turn. I think he will show us that he could be a very all-time great baby face actually. Yes, I understand that he's still acting like the tribal chief, but that's the beauty of his character right now. I didn't change the core of my personality. I still have the confidence of the tribal chief. However, he's been humbled. He's a humbled tribal chief. He realized he needed Jay, he needed Jimmy, he still needs his family from time to time, so he's a little bit more humble, but he still has the confidence and swag of the tribal chief that has made so much history. I think there's a lot of beauty in that because it's good when you don't change what made you special, you just change who you target. Now, instead of targeting all the baby faces, he just targets the heels and whoops them like he did to Solo. So I think I wouldn't go as far as saying that Omega's a better baby face. I think Roman Reigns is having a good baby face run so far, and it's only gonna get better. And then I will also close with this and say, like, look, the Kenny Omega, great career, but I know deep down in his heart, he would love the feeling of main eventing 7 WrestleManias. Who wouldn't in the wrestling business? To be on that stage in front of the roar of that big crowd with all those eyeballs. Roman Reigns has main evented more WrestleManias than just about anybody other than Hulk Hogan. We don't give a fuck about Hulk Hogan though. Roman Reigns has main evented more WrestleManias and made some in other than the match against The Undertaker. I'll admit that match sucked. All his matches at WrestleMania are pretty damn good in the main event. And I will also say this, Roman Reigns is better because he has more memorable moments. His character work and psychology is better. His resume is better than Kenny Omega. And Roman Reigns is at the core of two of the greatest factions and storylines ever. The Shield, everybody messed with the Shield. They were big disruptors when they came in, and they really elevated the product from where it was from 2009 to 2013. And then the Bloodline really elevated the business and never looked back. The man's a part of two of the greatest factions ever. He has endless great rivalries that Kenny Omega. I'm pretty sure if Kenny Omega has dream matches, a lot of the people Roman Reigns beat are people Kenny Omega wish he could face and beat.
Time.
So I'll end with that.
Two things. This don't have nothing. The debate is over now, but I will say Kenny Omega had the chance to go to WWE and he declined it. So I don't think he really tripping about not main eventing WrestleMania because he could have went to WWE, but he saw a vision with AEW. Tony Khan is still a mark, and I don't like him. But and the second thing, why doesn't Roman wear the Ula Fala? What's the point of him getting the black after weird?
That's a fair point, though. That's a fair point.
But for the people in the chat, if you think Dave won, put a 1. If you think I won, put a 2 in the chat.
I think Kenny, even though he chose AEW, I think any wrestler would love to experience a WrestleMania. I don't care what he says or what he did.
I think he didn't sign because Vince wasn't charged. I think that's really why he didn't sign.
Maybe that's a fair point.
Because it was him, the Young Bucks, and Hangman. They all got offered bags to come to WWE, but they went to AEW with Tony Khan. I really think it had to be someone because Vince wasn't charged. I think if Triple H wasn't charged, they'd probably say yeah.
Yeah, because I think Vince would book him into the ground. I think Triple H will give him a shot.
Yeah, because the way they treated AJ Styles, I think they would have did the same for Kenny Omega.
Yo, get y'all votes in.
Yeah, it's tied right now.
What's good, Couch?
I wish I could do a poll in the chat. I don't know how to do it. Would I have to do that through? Yeah, I don't know how to do a poll on here. Because that would be easier. It's 2 votes for me right now and 1 for you, Dave.
Yo, y'all. I was fighting a losing battle, huh?
If 8 people in here, we need some more votes.
Where's Abby at? Did she run out on us?
You said they went to AEW because they can easily run Tony Khan. Well, that's what at that time
That's kind of true too. At
that time we didn't know what we knew now about Tony Khan. Like it became clear that he's a mark for wrestling. But at that time when he had the money to compete with Vince, he could have easily did it, but he just didn't book it how he should have. Had no service, but you had to pop in. It's all good. Just watch the replay when you get a chance. Like I said, make sure y'all get y'all votes.
Those that watch the replay gotta get your votes in too. Come on, Reg, man. Why you always gotta hate on Roman?
Hey, get y'all votes in. It's 3-1 right now. If you think Dave won, put a 1. If you think I won,
yo, it's the chat filled with people that love Kenny Omega's flashier style.
No, they're begging. Roman got it.
That's why I'm losing right now.
Roman got it.
No, but let me say this though. I do like Roman Reigns. He is like I have a Bloodline poster. I have Bloodline merch. Like I definitely like Roman Reigns, but I think Kenny Omega is better all the time. But I do like Roman Reigns, like the Shield stuff. I love that. Like I said, him getting a good match out of the Big Show and Braun Strowman, that's something impressive. Not a lot of people can do those two things. This is crazy. Tony Khan is the female Dixie Carter with better business card deals.
I don't know, man. Dixie Carter might have been a better booker.
Crazy.
What arguments did I not make that wasn't valid? If you like Ed's arguments more, it's okay. I guess I'm curious.
I think it was a good argument. We both did our things in that one.
Yeah,
Said Roman definitely better presentation and ring definitely. I think just that respect of getting over, he may have a plus in the debate.
I'm getting so much mixed signals from the chat now.
No, I wasn't. No, that wasn't as bad as Super Cena because he had some decent matches.
You had a good handful.
Roman Reigns winning the IC title was random though. I enjoyed it, but that just felt random for some reason.
No, it was they definitely slapped the title on him just to keep him with a championship.
Because that's 2017, right? Because the Miz and Dolph Ziggler feud was 2016.
Yeah.
That was fun. Dolph Ziggler put on some good matches in WWE.
Like I rock with Kenny. I think my biggest problem was maybe because of his New Japan run, I expected a lot more from this entire AEW run. I thought Kenny Omega would be the face of their company, to tell you the truth. Like Kenny Omega was like the talk of the industry outside of WWE at one point. So I really expected more. I feel like he's leaving some things on the table, man. I don't know.
I feel like he's gonna be at the top again. But I like the fact that they two biggest stars, which is they're three biggest stars actually, because it's Swerve, MJF, and Tony Storm. Like they're all younger people, so I kind of like that.
I rock with that.
Promotion, like they all younger people, so you're gonna be with them and establish them as your top stars. So, But I get your point. I think Kenny Omega definitely gonna be a world champion again. And for the same reason why I didn't bring up his injury like that, because I didn't bring up Roman Reigns being out with leukemia either, because they both have like career-ending injuries. Like most people wouldn't be able to come back from that. So I just didn't bring that up. Out of respect for both of them.
Yeah, you gotta respect that from both of them, dog. They didn't quit. And I'll say this: my favorite Kenny match is his match with Daniel Bryan. I thought they tore it up, but I'd like to see more performances and more of those type of opponents from him.
They both got really good match catalogs. You can really. I think he lost connection.
Ed, what's your favorite Roman Reigns match?
Favorite Roman Reigns match? 39. I enjoy seeing Cody get whooped on.
Damn.
I was glad that he retained that title. I think it made for a better story for Cody getting that second match and winning it again, because it made for one of the best endings to WrestleMania the next year.
Hey, yo, put Gruss's comment. Lashley should be pushed a little bit more. I get what they're doing with the tag titles. I like it, but Lashley should be pushed a little more.
If they not now, but I see what you're saying. He definitely should be a world champion. Like if you do it toward, because they got the Owen Hart Tournament Cup coming up, but if you have, I think Ricky said this on one of the streams. He was like, have Lashley win the AEW world title and have Shelton Benjamin win the IWGP world title, because they got the partnership with Japan and they cool with each other. So you can really do that to establish them as a dominant duo with them both holding world championships.
That would be fire though. I like what they're doing with the tag titles, though. Like what they're doing with MJF, maybe joining and maybe not. That's kind of my favorite thing on AEW right now. To keep it
Just do
real.
it for a little bit. You don't even have to
Yeah.
be long, but because MJF is condescending and whatnot, so it's not going to last long, and then it's going to make.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if I want a white boy in that group, respectfully.
It feels random, but if you do it to Cedric Alexander, if you do that,
yeah,
if you do that,
that'd be good.
Like if MJF, if he do some shady or something, and that's how you bring Cedric Alexander in to replace him, then that'd be perfect. Like if you just
I like where you're going with that, Ed.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because once you get
Cedric's a free agent, he could come right in and kick.
Doing the Hurts business, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah, and I like the direction AEW is going in. Like aside from Moxley being the champion, I think everything else about AEW is pretty good right now. The Death Riders need to lose those titles. Moxley need to lose to Swerve, and I think they'll be set for the rest of the year if they just let those two things happen.
That's fair. Because Moxley sucks as a champion. I'm sorry. Like that every match doesn't need a death match. Every match doesn't need blood. It doesn't need it. It's not special if you do it all the time. Like
and I said this yesterday on Couch Stream, but AEW, they do a lot of crazy spots. But my problem is now with Moxley, because I actually like him, but that stuff is dangerous. Like that can end his career, end his life earlier. Like I don't know why.
You might not walk again with some.
Yeah, like I don't like that type of stuff. Like I'm cool with a hardcore match, but that spot isn't necessary. I don't need to see that spot in a match. Like
I honestly think that Edge should have won, and they should have let Christian cash in his opportunity.
On Edge?
Yeah, that's what they should have did. Okay. And then you got Christian going on TV talking about I was regulating my breathing. Brother, you got choked out. He said he was regulating his breathing. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yo, I like that idea too, Gruss. I think Hobbs fits. If Cedric Alexander doesn't come over, maybe throw Hobbs in, or you could put them both in.
You could, because I mean, what you really doing with Powerhouse Hobbs now? Like, and I think
they be treating him like a bum.
I will say this though, Hobbs is really good as a babyface as a big man. Because I don't think a lot of big men work as babyfaces. He's actually decent with it. But I think he's better fit for a heel role. I think he'll be better for that. I
think the Hurt Syndicate are kind of like tweeners. They kind of go after whoever, so it will work.
Yeah, he definitely tweeners. Because the way MVP was talking to Big Bill, I was like,
yeah, yo, that was dope.
AEW does video game wrestling where you can kick out of 1,000,000 finishers. That's not just AEW, because that Seth Rollins CM Punk match was the same thing. That steel cage match, I'm telling you, it's about 15 finishers hitting that match, and they kicked out of every single one. So it's not just, it's really all these wrestling companies. AEW does it the most. I will agree with that. But they not the only ones that do it. These other companies definitely be doing it. It do depend on the match, but sometimes they overdo it. Like the Seth and Punk match on a random Raw in a steel cage, I was like, that's interesting. And then the way it ended,
it's looking like we might have a couple new faces that came after the debate.
What's going on?
What's up?
You said Seth and Punk was special, but you can't just say it's AEW that does that to overuse the finishers, because every company does it. It's not, you're not gonna see it in every match. You won't see it the same as consistently as AEW does it, but every company definitely does it.
Shit, Sammy and KO did it in their match not too long ago too.
Yeah,
in the unsanctioned match not too long ago, they did the same thing.
It's become a pro wrestling thing to like sell the fact that hey, they're fighting through all these finishers and they won't give up. So that's kind of what I think that's what they go for.
You said it wasn't a random Raw. Just because it was in Madison Square Garden don't mean it wasn't random. Because what else happened on that show?
Nah, but Seth and CM Punk have had a long brewing story, so It was a quality main event.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was a funny ending too. Roman Reigns just pulled him out the cage and
Yeah,
self
he
war.
yoked him out.
The curb stomp,
That was a clever ending.
like curb stomp too. That was devious. That was devious right there, man. Bro.
It's like sometimes a way to sell wrestlers as equals. I guess they make them kick out of each other's finishers. I think that's what the idea is.
Now this isn't true. Like if you watch Dynamite and Collision on a consistent basis, they're not kicking out of finishers every show. That's really just the pay-per-views where they oversell a lot. It's not every show. I think that's a common misconception because people don't watch AEW as much as they watch WWE. But it's a problem when it's consistently happening on a pay-per-view. It doesn't really do it on shows like that unless it's like they have a Iron Man match or something like that where it had where you're doing an Iron Man match and you have an hour-long match. A lot of finishers gonna have to be kicked out of because it's lasting an hour, or like a blood and guts match. In those type of situations, it makes sense to overuse a finisher. But y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right there. Because I'm watching Collision, but how can you speak on AEW if you're not watching the show? That
I ain't go front. I don't really tune into Collision only because like that habit isn't built in, but the Dynamite's what I mostly will keep up with.
Collision got better this year. Like it was unwatchable last year, but it's been decent this year. And then y'all can ask us some questions too. Keep it active.
Yeah, yo. Give us your best questions.
Oh, do y'all? Okay, so Triple H said that the main event isn't going to be given out to anybody. He said that the most intriguing story, the one that the fans are behind the most, is going to get the main event. Obviously, Cody and Cena, they're going to get the night 2 main event. It's Cody Rhodes. And before I get to what I was going to say, let me say this. It's a reason that man is main event 3 WrestleManias in a row. I think the reign has been good. I will say, I don't think it's been terrible. Cody Rhodes has had good matches. He's main event the 3rd year in a row for a reason. The Cody Rhodes hate is it's really weird. Like to say he's one of the worst champions ever, this and that. Like I said it was decent. I never called him one of the worst, but he deserves this main event. And John Cena is the one that's not doing much right now. He has to, when they're in the ring together, he has to speak to Cody Rhodes. And I love John Cena, but he has to say something when he's in the ring. But the night 1 main event, it shouldn't be either one of these matches. And let me tell you why. Because the best story in WWE is Naomi and Jade Cargill. They built it for a long time. It obviously took a while to get to Jade coming back. But that has been the best story in WWE right now. You had Naomi interrupt the match to make Jade lose. You had the good segment with Naomi, her getting into her bag with Bianca. You had the segment last time with SmackDown. That's objectively the best story in WWE. It's better than both of those stories, but it doesn't have a title on the line, so that's why it's not main event. And then it's Punk and that, unless it's a number 1 contenders match, it's no reason for that to main event. So I'm not going to call Triple H racist because I don't know where that comes from. But I do. He is a liar. That's the main event right now.
Nah, he didn't lie, Ed. Come on, man.
No, but he knew he was going to get a main event too. He just didn't want to say it.
No, that's fair. That I agree with you. He did know, but I will say this: he's kind of being fair because he said what stories get in the most reactions and what people are into. Now I agree with you. I'm very invested in Jade versus Naomi, but it's kind of unfair to expect story wise, they hold up as a main event, but star power wise,
Yeah, no, I
how
know
can
what you're
you
saying,
how
but
can
I'm
you
just
compete with Punk, Rollins, and Roman? You know what I'm saying? Like
no,
you
I get
can't
what you're saying.
compete.
Based off of star power, I get what our main event. But you see my point too. It's like
Yeah,
he said
yeah,
he said the best story was gonna main event. Like I'm
yeah.
not mad at Seth.
He knew he was gonna pick them.
I'm not mad at I'm not mad, but it is. I'm actually happy because MJF. I know he's gonna say something on Dynamite. I know MJF is scared to say something. He's gonna find a way to mention CM Punk main event night four of a four event extravaganza or whatever he said. Red. I'm just getting back to some of these
Picked up
red
on the main.
that should be the main event. But really, the way they build the women's triple threat,
The triple threat women's match should not main event.
the way they build it is so dumb in my
If
opinion.
if they kept it respect to EO Sky, if they had built it up for a Bianca
If they
Belair
made a
versus
clear heel,
yeah, if they made a clear heel with Bianca versus Rhea, maybe that was main event. But I don't think the triple threat's a main event worthy.
I'm trying to get back to some of these comments now. Jay Uso gonna start this. Well, I expected that. Like, I'm not.
I
Now,
expected
there's
that.
one thing I don't like when they say that the winner of the Royal Rumble is gonna main event.
Go main bet, yeah.
That's never been true. And, like,
That's just WWE talk for the winner's gonna get a world title match.
yeah, that's what they should say though. But yeah, Jay Uso he gonna start it off to get the crowd hype, so I don't mind that. Uh, women's main event slows down the show. What? When Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte had a triple threat, that didn't slow down the show. When Bianca and Sasha main event, that didn't slow down the show. They only had two main events. The women have had two main events, and I'm not caping that they should be the main event every year. But I think if it's the best story, if it's the second best story in the business, that should be the night one main event.
I get that.
You said MJF wishes he was in WWE. Why would he sign an extension? The whole summer of MJF, he could have went to WWE. I think if AEW stays around for a while, I think MJF should be a for lifer. Him, Swerve, and Tony Storm, like those are three biggest stars. I think they could be for lifers and make a name for themselves in AEW. Like MJF, he knows that he can't go to WWE because he wouldn't be himself in WWE. Like they would water him down, and he'll get lost in the shuffle. Like MJF is at his best with AEW. That's why he signed the extension. Now, obviously, a lot of wrestlers.
Because MJF, I love him, but he loves swearing every sentence.
Yeah, and
That's the way.
MJF's one of my favorite. He's my favorite in AEW, but he knows where his potential is at in AEW compared to WWE. Like as a kid, probably he wanted to be in WWE, yeah, but his potential is through the roof with AEW. With WWE, what is he gonna be? Nothing really.
I honestly think he could succeed in WWE,
But I don't think he reached the heights that he's gonna reach in AEW, assuming that he stays there. Like he can still be good, but I don't know if he'd be great.
I feel like they'd probably have Miz as his mentor if he was in WWE.
Yeah, something like that.
I could see something like that.
I feel like he would have some type of like alliance or some sort.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Alex, you said the procedure of the Royal Rumble has definitely gone down in recent years. I don't know about
I wouldn't go that far.
I just think it's the lie that the winner of the Royal Rumble get the main event. Just say they get a world title shot. Because I'm pretty sure they said the same thing at Elimination Chamber, which held true for John Cena because he won it. But just say they get a world title shot. Make it simple. And D2, you said MJF would be a mid-card champion in WWE. Yeah, I don't know if he'll reach world title status in like if he signed with them in 2024 or the summer of MJF when he could have went there last year. I don't know. And obviously it don't have to be an instant push if he was to go there, but I don't know. Because he's a big star in AEW, but I don't know if he'll be a world champion caliber guy in WWE.
I feel like they'd have him in NXT right now. Then
no
they'll
bullshit.
try to real shit. NXT. I'm kidding. Bug NXT right now. NXT for him.
Yeah.
see.
MJF is in AEW for the bag and creative control. I don't think he had. I mean, when you look at a lot of those people that go back to WWE, that's why they go because of the bag. But AEW has a plan for MJF, and they gave him a bag. That's why he stayed. He probably knows what his potential is if he goes to WWE. That's what I'm saying. And y'all, I don't know if he has creative control. I mean, he might because Tony Khan is the owner, but I don't know. They need to sign a Shane McMahon, let him book some stuff.
Yeah, that I think that would like give them some structure and allow Tony to just focus on running the business, not making booking decisions. They need something like that.
Yeah, because Tony Khan, and somebody else said this, so I don't want to take credit from nobody, but they were saying that like his problem was he tried to compete with WWE out the gate. Like
Yeah,
you can't do that when you're starting a promotion. You can't just compete with the biggest company. Because with TNA, when they started, they were like doing their own thing. Like it was just like their own thing that they was doing. That's where his problem lied. He's trying to compete with WWE, and that's why he ran into the issue of, oh, now I need to go to smaller venues. You should have started with smaller venues and then worked your way up to
yeah,
get to the bigger arenas and stuff.
real talk.
Yo, Ed,
Yeah,
how you feeling about Ricochet right now?
I don't like Ricochet. I like what he's doing in AEW. I think
Yeah.
now they see something in him that WWE didn't see, and I think he's gonna have a good. I think he's gonna win the international championship. The triple threat I mentioned earlier with him, Mike Bailey, and Kenny Omega coming up. I think he's gonna shine in that match. His promos have gotten better, and he's getting good heel heat.
Yeah.
He's really improving in AEW. I'm liking this Ricochet, and I could see him winning a. I could see him getting the world title and having it for like a month, then he lose it. But I could see them trying to get that heat. Like he already has great heat, but I could see him doing that with Ricochet. So I'm shout out to Ricochet. He's doing his thing in AEW.
Yeah. The last time I watched it, I was watching him versus Swerve. Their match was good. I'm about to start rewatching it because
Yeah.
I like their feud right there. It was pretty good.
Alex said, I heard the Rock's plane had an issue, so he couldn't make it to the UFL game. He saw the lack of ticket sales and fans in the seats and said, F that, I ain't showing up. Oh, did y'all hear that this could be the lowest attended WrestleMania since 22?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, that doesn't bother me. I mean, most years they sell out, and that doesn't change how well. I'm more worried about the quality of the show than the attendance. You
I
know what
will
I'm
say
saying?
this though, the cheapest ticket for just one night is $200.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's mad
$200 to watch
expensive.
TV,
It's expensive.
but
How much is it for like a nosebleed seat? Like how much is that?
it's expensive because I know the cheapest ticket is $200. They don't get cheaper than that for WrestleMania. But
God damn.
you got to think about it though. And then they pushed it back to August 19th and 20th. That's Easter Sunday in Las Vegas. So they know they still gonna make the money anyways. But I was gonna say something.
I mean, when they sell out the most WrestleMania sell out, and when they sell it out and pack it out, do people give them credit for selling it out? No. So why wouldn't they not selling it out? Everybody wants to make it a big story. You know what I'm saying? Like any other year they sell it out, and this is ho hum another year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody said D2 said he had a question. Best comedy character, Harley Cameron or Chelsea Green. I low-key think it's Harley. She has so much versatility in comedy. She does, but Chelsea is great too. I agree that Harley Cameron is a better comedy character, but I will say this. If you seen Chelsea Green in Lucha Underground, you knew she was different. Like, I wish she would be more serious. I'm tired of Chelsea Green being a comedy character.
I think, I mean, I'll probably say Chelsea Green, but I don't know. I don't consider her 100% a comedy character, but I see why people think she's a comedy character.
Yeah, I think Harley Cameron's a better comedy character. They, uh, You said I can see it because the hype mania and the story overall haven't been there, so I can see why it's pretty low. I mean, they still
That's
sell
not
merch.
why.
They still selling merch though. Like they sell merch. They like even though the ticket prices are kind of crazy since TKO took over specifically. Like I won't blame Triple H for that. I think that's more of a TKO thing. Like they try to make it more like the UFC, and that's why the prices went up. But I don't know, they still selling a lot of stuff. Like even if they're not selling tickets, like the international. Look at what they did with these international crowds. You had
Yeah, you see how
70,000.
they sell that out?
Selena Vega got no pop. I'm still mad, but she just make her a manager because she shouldn't be out there getting no pop.
Yo, he
I'm
got
sorry.
no pop, bro.
Bro.
You said you think they turned Cena heel just so they could sell tickets. I think John Cena wanted to turn heel. This is his
Yeah,
last year. He has control over what he wants to do. Now, I don't think
yeah.
WWE had a plan for it. I think they turned him heel with no plan. But I believe John Cena wanted to be heel. It was the one thing he hadn't done, so let him do it his last year. And he's probably the great, like in terms of just WWE, he's the greatest of all time because you never seen him in no other company. Like he started from the developmental through OVW, working his way up. So like a lot of those other guys, they were with different companies. Like he stayed with WWE through some hard times. He was on. If Stephanie McMahon didn't hear him rapping, he wouldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to 8 different WrestleManias. How much money was
Wow,
that?
that's impressive. That's a lot of
That's
money.
that's a lot of money. You got to be
He's
like
so
a
lucky,
lawyer or
bro.
something. Hey, you got to be like a lawyer or accountant or something. I don't think we can say nothing crazy now that you're in the chat because 8 WrestleManias is crazy.
You moving weight? You selling drugs? How you getting that
Like 8 WrestleManias.
Man, I feel like either way, I feel like Cena might retire the babyface anyways because I know that he's a heel right now, but along the way he's gonna turn on the Rock pretty soon. So that's all I gotta say.
Because you think the original plan was babyface versus babyface. I don't know. I feel like if Cena turns heel at this point in his career, it's something that he wanted to do. Because with the Rock really in charge, like he got more power than Triple H, and really whoever's in charge, they're gonna listen to John Cena. Who after all he did for the business, you're gonna listen to what John Cena tell you. Like that's why he got to enter the elimination chamber at the press conference. He said, "I'm not wrestling. I'm entering the elimination chamber. Y'all can't do nothing about it." I started going to WrestleMania in the '90s. Bro, this nigga saw Bruno wrestle.
God damn it.
This dude had to
Bro.
see San Martino wrestle.
Grass, how old are you, man? God dang, man.
Wait, Chris, how old are you, dog?
Yeah, like
Damn, nigga said the '90s. Oh shit.
Man been through attitude era. He's been through every era then, bro. Like how old is he, bro? Oh my gosh. Oh God.
Bro. Oh, I feel bad for you. The 2022 Royal Rumble, that was terrible. You had to live through that. That sucks. You said you think it was probably first person babyface until John said I probably want to do this. I initially didn't think, like when the Royal Rumble came, I was not thinking John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Yes I was. Yes I was. No, but before he announced that this was gonna be his retirement tour, I really didn't know who would. Like I had Ilya Dragunov winning the Royal Rumble and facing Gunther. Then he got hurt. I think that derailed some of the plans. Cause I think they was gonna push Ilya to the moon. I saw him get like if he was healthy, it's no way I'm picking Jey Uso to win that Royal Rumble. Like that was definitely a surprise. And I love Jey Uso, but that's still shocking to me. But I did think John Cena versus Gunther if he was to win the Royal Rumble. Because I was thinking they'll do Cody Rhodes, Rock, and Roman in a triple threat.
Yo, Ed, remember we collabed on a video with our WrestleMania predictions months back. It looked nothing like what either of us
Yeah.
predicted.
Bro, Gruss, how old are you? You saw the first Nitro?
Oh my
Damn,
days.
this he's a historian.
Oh my.
Damn, is this OG on his burner? Is Dave? Nah, let me see. He's not that old.
He said he's been watching since the 90s. Oh
Said
my
that-
god.
He said his first WrestleMania was in the 90s, so he was watching before that.
Oh no.
D2
So he's
said
watching that Hulk Hogan shit, huh? He's watching that Hulk Hogan shit.
he was watching Hulk Hogan doing leg drops. Nah, D2 said I think Jay deserves it because he's over. He's been there for so long and finally gets a singles announcement. That means something for his hard work. Jay Uso definitely worked for this, but Dave did make a good point earlier in the debate. He definitely became what he is because of the story with Roman Reigns. Like the Usos as the tag team, they're one of the greatest of all time. But he definitely got that push because of what he was able to do. Like, damn, Nick.
Yo, he's an OG.
Oh my.
Nah, but what was I saying? Nah, but Jay, he definitely worked hard, but Roman Reigns definitely helped him get here. Like the bloodline story itself, like it helped elevate Jay, Sammy, Jimmy. Like the bloodline story did a lot for WWE in general.
Yeah. I feel like that match with him and Roman at WrestleMania, it solidified it. It solidified his stardom too. And it kind of helped him a lot too right there.
That
I'll say that for sure.
That Hell in a Cell match they had. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Yo, shout out to Alex, man. Alex be
who's the
making
character
the
in the
chat
Queen in
lit.
the Ring movie? Oh my. Oh Lord.
I do think this though. I don't think the bloodline story could have started without Jay Uso being Roman Reigns' first challenger for the title, because it meant so much to the story. And like then with his brother being out with the knee injury, and then like him having to quit because he seen his brother get beat up. So that's what they're gonna play into with the Gunther stuff, and that's gonna help it. That's why it's so good because
that was perfect.
Yeah, like he was manipulating his family, and Jay, he wanted to be the head of the table, but you weren't ready at that time. Now, after 5 years of build up, he is ready, and he's gonna be walking out of WrestleMania as a world champion. And Roman Reigns won't be. Now, he could still walk out winning the main event, like that's still gonna be good. But he could finally hold a world title, and he don't even have to keep it long. Like if Drew McIntyre beat him at Backlash, I wouldn't be mad. He held it for a month. Like he gonna get the crowd reactions. He gonna hype up the crowd. But he's not. And I love Jay, but he's not a guy you need to see hold it for like 6 months. I think 4 is the max. Him losing at SummerSlam, I think that's the max he should hold it. But Jay Uso, I'm happy for him, and I'm glad that he's getting this moment.
Yeah, he put in the work, like, cause like you said, like when he was like that whole beginning of the Bloodline arc, like his acting, his facial expressions, like he played the role of the little cousin that needed to go against the big cousin and fight. Like he paid his dues throughout this whole arc. And then we seen him as the right man Jay Uso. And then we see him now as the Yeet Jay Uso. He definitely worked on himself and his character evolution.
Look, before we answer this question, I think the Yeet stuff and the right hand man should be mixed together. Like, I don't know what he got, because none of the stuff he ever said was directed at the crowd. Like he was a heel, but it was heel promos directed at his opponents. That was really the whole thing with the bloodline. They were heels, but they were never disrespecting the fans. Like you got some heels that do that. Like they were heels, but their disrespect came against their opponent. Well, Roman Reigns, he definitely turned the crowd a little bit, but yeah, like the right hand man stuff, that should still be incorporated into Jay. Like even when he broke away from the bloodline, he wasn't doing the Yeet stuff immediately when he turned on Roman to get the match at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with
But D2 said, do we think every world title changes hands at Mania, considering what stories are are right now for each one, I don't. I think Jay's winning. Think a better win.
He's winning for sure. He's winning it.
If Cena does not win, I'm coming on here. I'm coming on Black Couch Booking. I'm exploding on every platform.
He has to win it. He
Everybody.
has to win it, bro. He has
He
to win
has
it.
to win to justify this heel turn. He has to win.
Now Charlotte, she's winning. I think Charlotte's beating Tiffany, and I think Tiffany gets back. I think they're gonna do 2 matches, and then I think Io Sky retains because they did it with Asuka and Bianca. They had Bianca beat Asuka at WrestleMania to have Asuka winning back the very next pay-per-view. So I could very well see Io winning, she pins Rhea, then Bianca gets a rematch at the next pay-per-view to face, or if you want to make Bianca a heel, have Bianca beat Io the Raw after WrestleMania.
Okay.
that's kind of lit.
And that's what they make her a heel. If you're not gonna make her a heel, then don't do it. But I think it's 4 world titles. Not all 4 are changing. Somebody is retaining their title.
I'm gonna say this: Tiffany's retaining her title. Tiffany's retaining that. I'm gonna say her and Io are retaining it. Cena's winning it.
I have a feeling.
I'm gonna say that.
I have a feeling Tiffany's retaining, but then she'll lose it right after WrestleMania to Charlotte. I have a feeling Tiffany's not gonna hold it too long, but they'll give her the moment.
I'm reading this comment, bruh. I'm grabbing Jay's face. I remember that, bruh.
You said you want Bianca streak to continue. I mean, but they don't even acknowledge it. That's why I don't care about it, because they don't mention the fact that she is 4-0 at WrestleMania. They got to mention it at some. I think they mentioned it like once or twice. I no emphasis on it, which is why she doesn't take the pin. It doesn't matter because it's dumb logic. The dumb logic in wrestling is, I didn't get pinned in the triple threat match, so I ain't lose. Yes, you did. It's a loss on your record. But they use that dumb logic to justify rematches and stuff. That's why I'm saying if they want to make Bianca a heel, have her win the Raw after WrestleMania. Because Raw after WrestleMania last year.
I see the logic a little bit, but you're right. It's a loss. A loss is a loss, but
yeah,
you didn't beat me, so
yeah.
I get the logic.
But if they want to make Bianca a heel, have her beat Io the Raw after WrestleMania, because she gets some real heel heat for doing that.
How do you guys feel about Chad Gable?
Yo, I don't I would rather Chad Gable just be hunting after the IC title than doing this masked wrestler stuff. I get what they're going for, but it's like, what's the end game? What are we gonna get out of him being a luchador? What's the point?
What you talking about, Dave? That's not Chad Gable. That's somebody else.
That is Chad. It's America on the team. That is Chad Gable. That is Chad right there.
Unless they fool us and it ends up somebody else under there, what's the point?
That's really? James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth is crazy.
Now, I will say, hey, if the Hispanic people don't find the racist, I don't find the racist either. So, because I ain't seen a single Hispanic person complain about it. So,
what's his name? El Grande Americano. That's who it is.
I think he's a top star. I'm gonna be liking that guy. I think he get far in the WWE.
I think he could be IC champ. That's all I want.
Yeah, if they acknowledge the streak more, I wouldn't be mad at Bianca winning. If Bianca wins, I'm fine with it, but they need to acknowledge the streak more. I think it's important that you said. I think Io takes the pin. She shouldn't take her. If you're gonna do the triple threat match, take a risk.
Has to take the pin.
I hate to say it, but I think WWE probably wants Io to take the pin.
They probably do, but they got to take a risk at some point. You can't be that safe with booking.
They are very safe.
Io looks like the third option. She looks like the third wheel, and she's the champion. I don't like that.
Yo, he violated. He said, "Bring back the Mexicals on the lawnmowers." That's racist, nigga.
I'm not pitting that.
I can't. Yeah, don't pin that live, bro.
I'm just saying, I know all four might not change, but in terms of story they're telling, they should all change with the story they're telling. I mean, if they all changed, I wouldn't be surprised. But with 4 world titles, at least one of them isn't changing. But I see your logic. I see what you're saying. I just think at least one of them is gonna stay the same. I still don't know what y'all talking about. I don't see. That's not Chad Gable was sick last week. He had to take off for work. He couldn't make it in, so I don't really know what y'all seeing. Like I'm pretty sure that's James Ellsworth. Like I think he got. Hey, Big E is crazy. He said Big E said he know that Chad because he know every inch of his body. I was like,
pause. That's a big pause right there. Nah, bro.
Big E, he said that. He made a tweet.
Bro.
El Grande Americano, son.
So you guys think Big is gonna return?
I think eventually they probably. I think they're probably looking to be as safe as possible and see if enough time goes by to see if his body heals up. I feel like eventually. I hope so.
I wish, man. I miss Big E, man.
Yeah.
I hope he can come back. Same with Chris Bay. I don't know if y'all tapped into TNA, but he had a scary neck injury last year in around October. So them neck injuries, that's nothing. But Chris Bay is walking, so that's good. But
wait, he has dreads, right? I think I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just hard to come back from stuff like that. Just prayers out to both of them. Hopefully they can come back. But if they don't, I understand why. Because Daniel Bryan, he had it too. He never really been the same. So.
Let's see.
I'm not trying to see.
That's nasty work, man.
I'm not trying to see Tessa Blanchard in WWE. I don't even like watch. Like she's a good wrestler, but her as a person, that's completely different.
That's nasty work.
Definitely not trying to see Hulk Hogan.
They already booed him enough. Hell no.
No. Hulk Hogan does nothing for modern wrestling.
All he does is sell beer. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, we know who drinking this beer, Dave. But we won't get it. D2 said, I don't think you said something about Bianca. You said Bianca with the title has more feuds to go with. Yeah. Well, I think really Bianca or Io, they have feuds they can explore. With Rhea, she didn't face everybody already. That's why I don't see Rhea winning. Because she didn't face, like, who hasn't she, like, obviously she ain't did the one-on-one with Bianca yet, but she still is going to get a threat match. But aside from that,
it might make sense to put Rhea on SmackDown.
Yeah, because
she has more opponents that she hasn't really faced over there.
Yeah, because she ain't, and then she ain't. Her and Charlotte, they're tied right now, 1-1. You can do that again.
Yeah,
the two women who are always chasing championships.
Real talk, though.
If they did their third match, either one of them had a title, that'd be interesting. I don't think WWE would do it because I think they're both so big that if you do that match, it makes sense to have a title on them. But it'll be interesting if they exploit the dynamic of just having a final match to determine who's really better.
So similar to like the Seth versus CM Punk then. So similar to that basically.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mania 34. What? I'm trying to see what happened at WrestleMania 34.
I think that might have been Roman and Brock's second match, maybe.
Yeah. Have Tessa Blanchard be. You're going to get banned.
He said, "Real talk though."
About Tessa Blanchard coming to WWE. Nah, she can stay in TNA. Some father and their kids went to a Hogan meet and greet. Folks said 200 max. They were 185. He left after 160. Not not the victim blame, but it's your fault for going to a Hogan meet and greet. That's crazy. Well, nah. He didn't come back. Hey, them meet and greet prices are crazy. It's $600 to see the Usos.
Yeah, you're bugging. That is crazy work right there.
And then the other people they put together were random. Like they got Bianca Belair by herself. Then the other people they just threw together are random. It's like they don't interact with each other at all. It's just random meet and greet prices.
Literally, at Comic Con last year, I met Rikishi. I met Rikishi there.
Nice.
Now for a picture it was like 60, and for a video
That's
call
not
it was like
bad.
100. Yeah, that's pretty good right there, man. I'll take that.
Brock beat. You said Brock beat Roman, and he was champion for like a year, and he was barely showing up. Oh, is that 2018? What the?
I remember. That had to be 2018 right there.
I'm just assuming it was. I don't feel like doing math, but somebody earlier said that Brock was better than Roman Reigns. That's a lie. Roman Reigns is much better than Brock Lesnar. I was debating for Kenny Omega over Roman Reigns. Nobody else. Not putting Brock Lesnar over no Roman Reigns.
Mm.
2018, that's when Shinsuke lost too, wasn't it? To AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Yeah. That was the year.
That was so stupid. And Asuka lost her streak that year to Charlotte. That WrestleMania 34 was bad. What the
Is Asuka still injured too?
Yeah.
Nah, she need to come back, man.
Yeah, that was a bad WrestleMania. But yeah, we finna. Hey, y'all can plug y'all stuff because I'm finna wrap it up. So, Dave,
Sure.
what you got?
Yeah, man. Like always happy to be here, and thank you for the chat, man. Y'all are the best. But y'all could subscribe to me at Wrestling with Things. Once in a while, we all collab. Ed pops up over on my channel once in a while. We actually gonna do something tomorrow, so subscribe at Wrestling with Things. One up, Flo. It's been a pleasure. Maybe we could collab one of these days if you got Instagram or anything. We
I do.
What's the Insta?
So let me see. So for my Insta, it's GAT GA23s.24 and a 0.
Word. I found you. All right. Say left.
Hey Ed, I want to appreciate you for inviting me to here. It was pretty fun and it's pretty nice meeting you too, David. I appreciate
Real
it, y'all.
pleasure to meet you.
For sure.
Hey, yo, why D Money? Respectfully, why D Money didn't flake on me though?
Oh no. I mean, we had a one-on-one battle, so we just went with it.
Nah, I had fun anyway, but D Money kind of went MI.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming on. Dave, you always know it's a pleasure working with you. One of flaw, never was last minute, but you came through, so I appreciate you, my dog. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Switchblade Ed. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to everybody YouTube, Dave, Wrestling with Things, me, Excellence with Sports. Dropped the episode of my podcast earlier. I'm finna scroll back up because I to find One Flow's YouTube. Yeah, it's right there on the screen. Make sure y'all check his channel out for some gaming content. And y'all have a great night. And with that being said, as the great Kenny Omega would say, goodbye, moi, and good night, bang.
All right, y'all have a good night.